Presents are all wrapped up for Christmas and officially under the tree. My first Christmas tree as an adult. First time putting presents under my own first Christmas tree as an adult. Ariana just got here and loaded up her end of the gifts. Yes. So now we have a stacked Christmas tree. This is like our first time ever doing this. So we go to each other's families' events, like hers, then mine, then her extended family, bouncing around the houses all day. And then at the very end of Christmas, her and I will come back here and end the night opening our own gifts to each other.
I'm really excited.
Isn't it lovely? El Chapo, best show I've seen on Netflix in a long while. Super addicting. I recommend you watch Narcos Mexico first. They're not made by the same people, but they actually fall in chronological order. And it's really, really freaking good. I like it better than the Narcos series, actually. But this is the routine, man. I chill while Ariana gets her makeup on and does her hair and gets dressed. And then I go up and get dressed in about 5 seconds. New shirt, who dis? We're here at the Savory Grape, coolest liquor store in the world. They have, today they're doing wine tastings.
Oh, it's the best.
And champagne tastings.
Yeah.
They always have something cool going on here.
It's the first time we've ever gotten a wine though. We've gotten whiskey.
We've had whiskey and scotch, yep.
Which I was proud of myself for trying.
Speaking of wine, time to hunt for the date night wine.
I can't wait.
This is for Christmas Day, actually. Not for tonight. So we're maturing a little bit. The old us would have gone for like Dom Perignon for Christmas, but we're getting more mature. We're like, all right, you can take that same amount of money and do an entire date night out at a restaurant.
Definitely.
We're getting a little bit more mature here. And now on for the wines. I let her do all the hunting for the wines.
It's such a big honor, Pants.
I just don't know what I'm doing.
This is what we did. How's that look?
Great. Stage 1 date night. Ah, the music way louder than I thought. Is appetizers, the cheese board. This is cool. This is where we just sit and chill and we end up talking for like hours on end. And then we do dinner later and usually wrap it up with a movie and wine. So I'm taking you guys with us on this. And you ask, why the hell do I take a camera with me on date night? We're so used to the camera, it's just like not there.
You are really good about it though. Usually are conscious and you ask.
Yeah, I'll always make sure she's cool with filming, and then I'll also, like, when I do bust it out, it's for like 5-second clips like this, and then I put it away for hours on end.
And we're not on our phones.
Yeah, we never go on our phones on date night.
I'm putting up one post right now, but that is the other thing. So when we do like work, it's just him with the camera and nothing else. So we're just dedicated to our time with each other. Exactly.
Biggest key is she's also huge into social media like I am too, so that helps. If you have someone who's camera shy, might not be a good idea. You guys want a really good recipe for like a very chill dinner, but a delicious dinner? You get steak tips, season them up nicely however you want, dice them up a little bit, cook them, leave them rare, because you're gonna heat them up again. Have pasta on the ready, al dente, I think is what they call it, just to make the pasta good. Add the steak tips into the bowl of pasta, mix it around a little bit, add goat cheese. Ariana and I use an insane amount of goat cheese because we're nuts. You can use less or as much as us if you're that ballsy. And then you stick it in the microwave for a little bit of time, less is more, but you just want to make it so the goat cheese melts nicely and evenly, and that will make your rare steak turn into medium rare. That's why you want to leave it rare. If you make it medium rare, cook it to perfection, and then stick it in the microwave, it's gonna overcook it and dry it out. So you just want to zap the cheese. Señorita Pantalones.
Oh, te amo.
Donde está el baño? Ending the night on the couch with wine and overly full, watching Ray Donovan. Real good. Good night.
Goodbye. See.
Hello, Mr. Pan.
Hello to pies.
Oh, it smells so good in here. I love the vanilla.
It's vanilla.
I love it.
It's freezing.
I know.
Leg time. You hitting the cardio?
Yeah, then I might do some weights for my shoulder recovery.
Ooh.
I'm up to like 3 pounds now. So.
Ooh. People still ask, like I mentioned you healing up the other day before we moved out around. Like healing up from what? She got shoulder surgery.
Yeah.
She destroyed like
I had
all of her labrum.
Yeah, pretty much everything. And then it was just like
disconnected and
yeah.
There's a car accident. A drunk driver smashed into her. Fucking rough. It's been rough.
Yeah.
She had surgery and everything, so.
Crazy.
Leg time. Have fun.
Thanks, babe.
Look how fat that backrest is. Look at this brand new leg press. This thing's sexy. Even as the diamond plated platform here. What would you ever need a diamond plated platform for if it wasn't for a training partner to sit on top of? This thing's gorgeous. Gonna be using this bad boy today. 5 ascending sets of 10 after the squats. Leg day number 2, and I'm substituting tempo squats, which I think are all around better, for box squats, because I really want to just practice getting into the swing of that hip hinge again, breaking at the hips, loading the posterior chain for a big low bar squat. Every time I do these, and I talk about how it's just to train myself to break at the hips and load the posterior chain, I get comments referencing that Mark Bell video with that lifter he did where he talks about breaking at the knees even for a low bar squat. And ideally you should break at the knees and the hips pretty much at the same time. But different things work for different lifters. We're not all the same. We don't all have the same builds and leverages. So don't take one method as fact for everyone and everything always. Figure out what works for you. For me, I'm very quad dominant, and I always broke at the knees. Even in my low bar squat, I did it just the way that was described in that video for years. But for me, it would leave my posterior chain unloaded, and it would leave my hamstrings really loose going down into the hole. So Brett Gibbs, 3-time IPF world champion, amazing strength coach, he's the one who corrected me and had me start breaking at the hips. And that one correction literally brought my squat from being plateaued at 465 for 2 years straight up to 500 pounds and then 515 in the span of 3 months. So I had all that strength for a 500 plus pound squat just sitting there not being tapped into because I wasn't breaking at the hips enough. So not one way works for everyone. You have to figure out what works for you. And these box squats really help me train loading that posterior chain because it's just not my default go-to, unfortunately. I got these flat ass hamstrings. I'm quad dominant, so I gotta work them. Got Narcos Mexico pulled up on the TV ready to go. Got the tree on right now. About to sit down right here and eat my post-workout meal. In the middle of making my post-workout pancake, I got some business up right now, some emails I gotta take care of. Joe Rogan podcast interviewing Deontay Wilder, my favorite boxer currently. And got the pancake, the protein pancake on deck. 2 scoops of Ghost. By the way, I finally did it. After trying to get their attention forever, I finally got a code for Ghost. It's Nick. I'm not even positive how much the discount is. I think it's the same as all the other discounted codes, like 20%. Let's just say it's like 50%. I don't know. Go find out. If you want to support me, use the code Nick on Ghost. I'm not sponsored by them. I just love their vegan protein. It sits so well with me. And I just want to get their attention and show them that, like, hey, not a bad idea to bring NWB on board. So if you want to support the OG, use the code Nick on Ghost. It's one order. Use the code. Pancake time. Woo! Alright, watch this. I'm going to attempt to hold this camera, which is huge as hell with this lens, and flip this with the other hand and get it in the frame. I can't even see the camera right now. Woo! Not bad. I'm getting nice at that. Look at this perfection right here. Oh my goodness. Oh, heavenly. Heavenly. Here's a quick evening physique update during this lean bulk. This is the first lean bulk I've ever done in my life. And I'm very happy with it. So this is after a full day of eating. I'm filled out. I'm liking this look. It's full, but it's not fat, which is the goal. My weigh-in Saturday was 176. Then I had those 2 scheduled cheat days I talked about in the last video. That bumped me up to 178 on Monday, but a lot of that was just carbohydrates holding water. So I've been trickling down in weight since Monday. And today's Thursday, I'm finally back to 176. Which is pretty normal. It should take about 3 days usually to come down off of like a cheat weekend like that. And then I may even drop another pound by Saturday, be 175. Or I may just, my body may just hang right here at 176. And that's what we're going to monitor and find out and base our next move on come Saturday's weigh-in. So that's the name of this game during this lean gaining phase. A very slow and gradual rise in the scale. I'm not even focusing on hitting a goal body weight. I just want to make sure my calorie maintenance goes up nice and high, so when I shred again in 2019, I can cut on higher calories. Stay tuned. Phase 2. Ending the night on the couch with wine and overly full, watching Ray Donovan. Real good. Good night.
Goodbye. See.
See.